This is episode 32 of Two Grown-Ups and a Mouse, and today we will be talking about Typhoon, Lagoon, and Blizzard Beach water parks at Walt Disney World Resort in Florida, and also the mini golf courses there.
Everything Disney in and out of the house. Two grown-ups and a mouse.
Hi there, I'm AJ.
I'm Andrew.
And you are listening to Two Grown-Ups and a Mouse.
The podcast.
The videocast.
The YouTube channel.
Right, the videocast on YouTube.
Right.
Or you can follow us on social media, Two Grown-Ups and a Mouse.
That's right.
Or you can follow us on our website, twoupsandamouse.com. You can listen on your favorite podcast system, Apple iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, you name it. We're probably there.
Yep.
So thank you for joining us. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe and please give us feedback. We would love to hear from you, but enough about that. We say that every show. Of course, if you're new, that's why we're saying it. So you're welcome. But let's get right into it.
All right.
Because this is a lot of fun. You know, a lot of people are probably freezing right now.
Probably.
It's pretty cold, and
That's
we're going to
right.
talk about water parks.
That's right.
But it's something to look forward to.
Well, it's not cold outside here.
No.
It's 80 degrees outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not only that, there are some insane people that go to the water parks even when it is really cold
That's right.
because the water is heated.
Yeah.
So, of course, when it is winter, you know, it might not be that cold outside, but it still is winter. They typically will alternate doing the renovations at the water parks.
Right. They do the renovations during the cooler months, but at least one of them will be open.
Right.
Because there are plenty of days where it's still pretty warm outside.
But the key word is alternate. They won't
Right.
close both of them. You know, it's
Right.
it's few and far between that both of them will be closed unless it's really bad inclement weather and they have to close because of lightning.
Well, they'll close for inclement weather,
Right,
obviously. And
but-
then there are times when it's been cold enough in Florida where they'll even close the water parks.
Right, but that's few and far between. That's not something that happens frequently.
Right.
For the most part, they know that different people have different wants and needs, and they do try to keep at least one of them open,
Sure.
you know, year round, except for those special occasions.
Mm-hmm.
The first water park we will talk about, because there are currently two. The first one is Typhoon Lagoon, which opened on June 1st, 1989.
That's a long time ago.
It was a long time ago. They're going to be celebrating their 30-year anniversary this year.
That's quite amazing.
Yeah. And you can add it on with the water park. With the Park Hopper Plus option,
Right.
you could just buy a ticket and go in. Or they do have annual passes available for Florida residents. I'm not sure if you have, I didn't look to see if you had to be a Florida resident or if anybody can buy the annual pass.
No, I think the annual pass is good for anybody.
Right.
But there is a.
The after two might only be Florida resident, or it could be everyone.
Actually, I think it's available to. Yeah, the main one is for available to non-residents, and then the after two is available to non-residents.
Right, which is good to know because
Yeah.
it might be less expensive to add that than to add the Park Hopper Plus option because they don't let you add just one day.
Right.
You can't just say, oh, we're just going to go to the water park one day. If you add that option, you're adding it to all the days of your park hopper.
Right.
So you have to look and compare and see what works best for you, but just know that that is an option. And if you do get the annual pass, which currently is $130 plus tax, or if you do get the after two pass, which currently is $79 plus tax, you can go to either water park that is open.
That's correct.
You are not purchasing a pass for one or the other. You would be purchasing a pass for both.
Yep.
So anyway, back to Typhoon Lagoon, just like the parks, you know, you think of the four standard parks at Walt Disney World, the larger parks, but just like those, they have an ATM, a designated smoking area. You can rent wheelchairs and ECVs. They have guest relations there, locker rentals, umbrella rentals. But something different is they have free parking.
That's right.
So it is kind of nice depending on what your passes include or if you're staying on property or if you are a pass holder. So it is nice to know that you can get free parking there.
Yeah.
And when I was looking up to see some of the details on the water parks, I noticed magical extras. And I guess those are things that are included with some Walt Disney World packages. We had gotten that years ago when we had gotten packages, when it was feasible for us to get the package instead of getting the annual pass.
Right.
We also didn't go as often then, where they included like a round of mini golf for both of us.
Right.
So that's basically what the magical extras are. And Typhoon Lagoon was included because there is a Joffrey's Coffee and Tea Company
Right.
inside of Typhoon Lagoon. And you would, if you got the package that came with the magical extras, I can't speak, I apologize. If you got the package that came with magical extras, you would receive 20% off at Joffrey's. So our favorite attraction at Typhoon Lagoon,
Well, at both really, but
right, the lazy river.
that's right.
It's called Castaway Creek
Yep.
at Typhoon Lagoon, and Typhoon Lagoon is currently down for refurbishment. So as I was
Right.
looking everything up, it was like, this attraction is currently down for refurbishment. This
Right.
attraction is currently down for refurbishment, but it's because the entire park is currently
Right.
being refurbed, as we already mentioned, because it's winter.
Yep.
I counted at least 7 slides and attractions, and Disney does for the water parks just like it does at all of their parks. Some of them are aimed at older guests and others are aimed at younger children. You might have heard of Gangplank Falls or Crush and Gusher. I think Crush and Gusher, they really promote that. That's like their big...
Well, it's a roller coaster water slide, which is it's just a little bit different. It's similar to the water ride that's on the cruise ships now, right? Because it's not just a slide, because a slide is basically, it's always going down,
Right.
But on the Crush and Gusher, there's parts where you're going up, and then same on the cruise ship. It's interesting.
If you say so.
That's what they say.
I like the name of the this attraction, Catch a Kitty Creek. Catch a Kitty. All one word. Catch a Kitty Creek.
And you're making it sound like kitty, and it's kid-e, so kid,
Yeah, Catch a Kid.
because it's the kiddie pool.
Yes, exactly. It's for children under 4 feet tall. It features 10 different aquatic activities for preschoolers and younger children, which is fantastic because, and I didn't really look into this, but again, you were talking about the cruises, so I'm sure it's very similar. You know, you are not allowed to bring a child in a water diaper into the pools,
Right.
or the slides, or, you know, there's different things that they will not be allowed to do, but Catch a Kitty Creek is intended for children who have those water diapers, who are not yet potty trained, because they want to make sure that they can still enjoy. And the cruise does the same thing. They have a little kiddie area for children who are not yet potty trained,
Right.
so that they can enjoy things. And there are a couple of dining options inside of Typhoon Lagoon. They have Happy Landings ice cream, Leaning Palms, which is quick service, Let's Go Slurpin', quick service, Snack Shack. I can't talk today. I'm all tongue-tied. Snack Shack, quick service, and Typhoon Tilly's quick service. And the important thing that they sell throughout the water park,
What?
alcohol.
That's right.
Yes.
'Cause nothing goes better than alcohol and swimming.
Yeah, for adults who would like to enjoy some alcoholic libations. Doesn't libation mean alcohol?
Whatever.
So it's a little
I
redundant.
mean, honestly, it does make sense because both parks, because we'll talk a little bit about Blizzard Beach, but both parks really have places where you can just set out a chair, get an umbrella if you really want, but just kind of sit, quote unquote, beachside, even though you're at a water park.
Well, talking about libations, something that they're offering, which I don't want to say it's new because I'm pretty sure I've seen this before, but they have something called Disney H2O Glow Nights.
Right.
It's select nights from May 30th to August 24th, 2019. Basically every Thursday and Sunday except for June 20th. So those are the select nights. I didn't want to write down the list, but it's $59 per person. The event is from 8 until 11 p.m., but if you are a ticketed guest, you can actually arrive at 6 p.m. And that was per the actual site. That's not something that I just overheard. They have a DJ hosted dance party, and it seems like the entire party, based on what I read, is Toy Story themed. They do have Toy Story themed experiences, including character meet and greets with Buzz, Woody, and Jessie, and specialty Toy Story themed food. and we were just talking about adults and libations, there is a special adult area called the Wharf, which has entertainment for
Right.
adults and a bar.
Yep.
And it's an adult only area, which is really, really nice that they have that.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely.
you know, it's funny because if someone hasn't been to a water park in a long time, you know, and they're just thinking water park, I mean, there's so much to do inside of water parks. They truly are day-long
It could be.
events, you know,
Absolutely.
or activities. There's definitely a lot to do. So if you have not yet been to a Disney water park, I would recommend it. No, I know we still have to talk about the other one.
Well, no, but you're actually missing one of the big things that Typhoon Lagoon has that Blizzard Beach does not.
What?
The wave pool.
Oh, I didn't realize they didn't.
Yeah, the wave pool is only at Typhoon Lagoon. So another thing you can do at Typhoon Lagoon that you can't do it anywhere else, you can get surfing lessons in the middle of the state of Florida. And I think they do that in the morning. I don't remember the details, but it is a legitimate. You show up and you get a class and
Here it is.
you go to.
The phone number should be the same. I knew
Yep.
I wrote a phone number on here somewhere. 407 WDW Play, which is 407 939 7529. WDW Play.
Right.
That's how you would reserve a polar patio, which we'll talk about in a second. That would also be if you wanted to reserve something for Typhoon Lagoon. So the surf lessons.
Same number.
Yeah, I figured it would be.
And it's 3 hours with 100 waves, and it's a maximum of 25 guests. So that's pretty nice.
Yeah. I mean, it's basically like a tour.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny because if you call 407 WDW Tour, I wonder if they would be able to book it for you or they would just transfer you over
Maybe.
because it's kind of like a tour. Maybe one day we'll get the nerve up so we can do surfing lessons.
There you go.
So Typhoon Lagoon is basically, it's themed, you know, kind of like the name. And isn't it like a shipwreck?
Yep.
You know, you got
There's a ship that's perched on the top of the quote unquote mountain, and everything basically looks like a hurricane or typhoon.
Right, ran
through it. So lots of broken quote unquote broken stuff around, and it's well done.
Right. So now we'll talk about Blizzard Beach,
Right.
which is just like it sounds, and everything is related to cold.
That's right.
And do they have snow there? I think over part of the lazy river, I think like there's a snow flurry.
Well, I mean, they try to simulate it, and then there's a couple places where the water is really cold.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's still Florida. So
Well, while you're looking that up, Blizzard Beach opened April 1st, 1995. So they are going on 24 years. Next year, they'll be celebrating their 25th anniversary. And just like with Typhoon Lagoon, you can do the Park Hopper Plus option, or again, you could do the annual pass or the After 2 pass, or you could just buy a ticket. Many ways that you can go in. Also have lots of amenities. You know, the ATM and the smoking areas and the rentals and all the stuff that you would come to expect from
Right.
a Disney park, because even though it's a water park, it is still a Disney park. So you have all these great things that you can do. Meltaway Bay is the name of the lazy river at Blizzard Beach. So again, our favorite. I mean, we don't go to the water parks often, but when we do go, over 50% of our time is spent in the lazy river.
right.
Or something you can do at Blizzard Beach that I don't believe you can do at Typhoon Lagoon. You can buy mini donuts.
I remember those. That's the whole reason to go there.
Exactly. Yeah, they're pretty good.
Right.
So I counted at least 10 different rides and attractions. And again, for children under 4 feet, just like Catch a Kitty Creek, they have Tyke's Peak.
Right.
So they have lots of fun stuff. And what they have at Blizzard Beach is you can rent a polar patio.
Right.
It holds up to 6 guests, includes towels, cushion seats, locker rental, refillable drink mugs, a cooler stocked with ice and bottled water, and that to reserve you would call 407 WDW Play. And that, from what I've heard, is something becoming more common at water parks and beach resorts, is renting not just renting an umbrella, but renting the whole like
Right.
cabana, you know, or soft side cabana.
It would be similar to what it'd be similar to the Castaway Key cabana, not as
As elaborate.
as
No,
elaborate, but
But I'm saying I heard some people talking about it, or maybe I read it in one of the Facebook groups that I'm in, where that's something common now at like poolside, where you can. It's not just renting an umbrella; you're renting an area, and that's why this isn't just renting an umbrella. You're getting all of this stuff with it. They're a little on the pricey side.
Here's what it says. Chill out during your day of play on your own shaded private deck, complete with lounge chairs, a locker, a cooler, and more. And then accommodates up to 6 guests. Variety of premium amenities, including towels. Towels are included anyways. Cushion seating, a locker, refillable drink mugs, and a cooler stocked with ice and bottled water. And then there's attendants on hand to probably get you more stuff. Yeah. Get the most out of the water park to take your food order. And I'm sure they bring it to you as well. So that
And I'm
sounds
sure
nice.
it's pricey. But
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
because the refillable drink mugs are upwards of about $20 now.
Give or take.
They were like $17.99 or something the last time.
Right. There's also actually a lower level too. They call them lodge umbrellas. So this says have it made in the shade with 2 reserved loungers, 2 beach chairs, a table, a beach umbrella, and towels. So it's basically just a reserved seating area, but you get a couple nice things with it, and that's good for 4 guests.
Right. And as with Typhoon Lagoon at Blizzard Beach, they have a lot of dining options. For quick service, they have Arctic Expeditions, Avalanche, Cooling Hut, Frostbite Freddy's Frozen Refreshments, not refreshments, Frozen Freshments, Icy Expeditions, Lotta Wada Lodge, Polar Pub, Warming Hut, and of course, what I mentioned a little bit ago, Mini Donuts at Disney's Blizzard Beach. That's what the kiosk, the little area is called, Mini Donuts at Blizzard Beach.
And to be clear there, since I love them so much, is they are literally making the donuts there. So it's not,
Right. It's just like ordering a funnel cake.
Exactly.
Funnel cakes, they don't pre-make those. They make them fresh. The mini donuts are made fresh.
Right.
And then you can get powdered sugar or chocolate sauce.
I think they have a couple different sauces.
The last time.
And sugar.
But we were there a long time ago, so it might have changed.
Right.
And as with Typhoon Lagoon, lots of the quick service areas sell alcohol. They do not have the Disney H2O Glow Nights. That is only offered at Typhoon Lagoon.
Right.
So, and that's a separate ticketed event, which I don't know if I said the price, but it was $59
Right.
for that.
Yeah.
And so that kind of talks about the water parks, which are a great thing to do. But another great thing to do, which you don't, and these are great because you don't have to use one of your park ticket.
Right. You don't have to use a park admission.
Right. So if you have a non-park day, these are great things to do on non-park days. You can go to the water parks. You can go to Disney Springs, or we're going to talk about mini golf in a second.
Right. No, it's a great way to kill. Maybe you got in early-ish in the morning. You don't want to burn a ticket, or you're leaving.
Right. Maybe you're going. Maybe it's September, October, and you're going to the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. You can get in, I believe, at 4 p.m.
Right.
We weren't clear on if they changed the policy for that, so please don't quote us on that. But you can get in to your Mickey's Not So Scary, and you might be looking for something to do prior to going to that, or to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party around the holidays.
Right.
Or now they have the after hours events, whatever it is that you might have plans for the evening where you don't want to use a park ticket. So these are lots of alternate experiences that you can do.
Sure.
We have done the mini golf before. We've only done Fantasia Gardens.
Right.
But outside of the Swan Hotel is Fantasia Gardens and Fairways Miniature Golf. And they're 2 separate courses. Both are 18-hole courses. And right in the parking lot in that area for Blizzard Beach is Winter Summerland Miniature Golf.
Right.
And the theming there is just like it sounds. One side is winter, one side is summer.
Right.
And they're both 18-hole golf courses. I believe throughout the year, they are pretty much open until 10 p.m. But again, check the times at the app or on the website.
Yeah, in slower times they'll close earlier. So, but
right, but even now it's not one of the busier times, but they're still open till 10 p.m.
Sure.
That's why I think they might be open till 10 throughout the year. But again,
Possibly.
don't quote me on that. Check that.
Mm-hmm.
And while I was looking about the mini golf, so I was looking just to see a little bit of the details on that. Oh, and just like with the water parks, especially because one is in the same parking lot, it is free parking.
Right.
So if you want to go enjoy the mini golf, you can get free parking there. But I was looking up mini golf, and I found something called FootGolf.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever heard of that?
I have not.
And apparently it's a whole thing. Like there's a foot golf league. You look it up, foot golf?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's not just a Disney thing, it's a league.
Right.
But they offer it at Disney's Oak Trail. All holes are 21 inches in diameter and built for soccer balls.
That's right.
And it's a 9-hole course.
Yep.
So I think it's going to be exhausting. I have a feeling it's very
Yeah,
it's an intensive activity, but it's something that I would love to try because that sounds like fun.
It's what it says here. Foot golf is a precision sport, a combination of the popular sports of soccer and golf, but more closely related to golf. So basically, players kick a regulation 5 soccer ball at a golf course facility on a shortened length hole, and then, as you said, the holes are 21 inches. So I guess the idea is you kick the ball towards the hole, and then that's basically golf rules after that. So,
I've never heard of that before. And we've been going to Disney for a long time, and I've never heard of it. So that was kind of exciting to find something new.
Yeah, and actually it's not that expensive because it looks like they do it off hours from the golf course. Golfers are kind of crazy. They like to get up really early in the morning to play because it beats the heat and the rain. But here it's available after 2:30 p.m. each Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then there's kind of different rates, but a day guest is ranges from $22 to $25.
So it's a little more expensive than mini golf.
A little.
I didn't write down the pricing for the mini golf, but mini golf was
mini golf is $14 for adults and $12 for children 3 to 9.
right. But
And then if you're staying on property, it's $17 to $19 for soccer golf.
foot golf.
Yeah, sure.
The name is Foot Golf. Yeah, I mean, so it's really not that expensive, or not really more expensive than, or not much more expensive than miniature golf. So definitely something I want to try out because that's new and different and sounds fun. But you know what I want to try out now?
I think dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because as most people that regularly watch or listen know, we have a tendency to record these in the evening, and it is dinner time. It's
That's
actually
right.
past dinner time, and I'm starving.
Me too.
So again, thank you for watching.
Yep.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening.
Listening,
We love having
watching.
you, and we would love to hear from you. Please reach out to us. We will get back to you. We want your feedback. Do you have any suggestions for what you would like us to talk about in a future episode? We'd love to hear it. And on that note, I'm going to go make dinner, so I will say good night.
Or good morning.
But it's not morning. It's,
Good evening.
well, I guess it could be morning when these people are listening, or it could be good afternoon.
Good day.
No, I think we're safe just to say goodbye.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.